Hi everyone. I hope you're having a beautiful day whenever and wherever you are joining us tonight. My name is Ashley. I'm a certified trauma-informed somatic coach and a breathwork facilitator. And tonight I have the absolute pleasure of guiding you all in a breathwork practice to cultivate inner peace. And so if you're just joining, say hello. So happy that you're here. And I'm going to just chat for a couple minutes here at the beginning and share a little bit about this practice, and then we'll move into the experience. So if you're able to be in a space where you can be undisturbed for even, just 5 minutes, that would be great. If you're driving, you can listen, but please don't do the practice with us because we want to just ensure that we're being safe. Okay. So, breathwork for inner peace. This week, I polled all of you and I asked you, what is currently getting in the way of you and your inner peace? And what does that even feel like in your own bodies? And a lot of you said that what pulls you away from your inner peace is stress, anxiety, overwhelming emotions came up a few times. And a lot of worry that keeps you thinking about the past or thinking about the future. And all of this is so common. And what it keeps us from, because this is a common human experience, right? All of these emotions, the spectrum of emotions we experience, what that keeps us from is feeling centered and grounded and calm in our physical bodies. And no matter what's happening outside of us, the things that we can't control in life, no matter what's happening outside, the only thing that we can control is what's happening inside of our own bodies, right? We can't control that someone cut us off in line at a store. We can't control the nature of the weather, but we can control our inner worlds so that no matter what's happening outside of us, we can navigate everything with a little bit more ease. That was a word that came up as well with what inner peace feels like. It feels like ease. It feels like alignment. It feels like groundedness. And it creates a lot less resistance in life, right? The less rubs we experience in conversations with family, with our spouses, with our children. And so tonight, I want to offer a practice that's going to support you in cultivating inner peace, because any outer peace truly is going to start with what's inside of you. And as a breathwork teacher and a facilitator, I guide a couple types of breathwork experiences. And the one that we're going to do tonight is called an integrative practice, which means that it's short enough that you can integrate it into your day. We'll be breathing for just about 5 minutes. And why integrative is so healing is because we essentially train our bodies, train our nervous system to find calmness, to find safety, to feel okay being in this grounded state where we don't have to worry, where we don't have to overanalyze, where we don't have to stress, okay? And so an idea that came to me earlier as I was thinking about this was I was working on my computer and I realized I had more tabs open than I would like to even admit, but let's just say it was close to like 50 or something across so many different pages. And I kept wondering, why is my computer going so slow? Every time I click something, it takes, a minute to even go into the maneuver and then the computer. And then I realized, wow, it's been running all of these different thoughts and ideas and pages and inquiries for days now, and I haven't given it a minute's rest. And humans, the human body, we're like computers too. All the thoughts that you're thinking about, analyzing those things that you said, or all those things that you're worrying about all in one given moment in time, and that's happening over and over and over again all day, every day. If you don't give your body a chance to reset, if you don't give your body the space and the time to turn off the thinking mind, and just be in the calmness of your physical body, which for some of you may not be something you think is even accessible, but I promise you it is. Okay, it is with the right guidance, with the right breath, with the right approach, anybody can experience calmness in their system, and I truly believe that. But yeah, so we're like computers, and so tonight we're gonna give all those tabs that you have open a chance to just close down, okay? To minimize, not even to minimize, we're totally swiping them away, so that what you can be left with is a rest and a reset for your system. Sound good? Let me know how that's landing with all of you. So we're gonna do a breath blend tonight. A breath blend means that we're just blending multiple breath patterns, and I'm gonna teach them to you now. If you have questions, you can post them in the chat. I'll hopefully see it. And I'll also, when we're going through the experience, I'll play some music too. I'll be guiding you through it, so you don't have to remember or write anything down. You can truly let yourself sit back and be in the experience itself, okay? So the first breath that we're going to do is a really, really potent and special breath that is used to activate what's called the vagus nerve. And when the vagus nerve is stimulated, it essentially activates the parasympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic is the rest and digest. It's the part of your nervous system that when you're operating in it, your body is in rest and digest. It's where we can heal. It's where we feel calm. It's where we feel grounded, as opposed to the sympathetic when we're in the survival and we're constantly, all the tabs are open, right? And so this breath is called the VOO breath. And even if you say it with me, VOO, V-O-O, I'll write it here in the comments, you essentially can feel your lips kind of vibrating, and maybe some vibrations going through your body. And you can think of that as like I like to think of it as healing vibrations that calm the system, okay? And if you're able to voice this out with me, because it is a vocal one and it's very intentional. Like I said, it's intentional to activate your vagus nerve. Please do it with me. And if you don't feel comfortable doing it today, or you can't, be too loud, that's fine. Just keep it in your back pocket, and maybe you can do it quietly, or even just kind of like hum and try to get that vibrational sound. So with the VOO breath, we're literally sounding out the way the word sounds. So it's gonna go like this. We're gonna breathe in through our nose on the inhale. And then on the exhale, we VOO out like this. Voo. You can let it kind of ride out with that whole exhale. The more elongated the exhale, the more nourishing I believe it feels in the body, but you can try it out in your own system to see how it feels. Yeah? And Sarah, thank you for your message. Yeah, the idea of tabs being open really gave you insight into why you're feeling like you need a change of scenery. Yeah, sometimes we feel the symptoms of constantly running on what can feel like empty, constant tabs open all the time. It's like we feel the weight of that. We feel the overwhelm. Our body feels anxious, but we can't actually point to what it is. And sometimes it's not just one thing. And so this breath can actually help release all of that. We don't even have to make meaning of what is even here. And perhaps that change of scenery, for you is going to feel really good. I'd even recommend that if you all can do this practice in nature, have your feet on the ground, your body on the ground. There's a really beautiful, natural, alchemical, what we call co-regulation that gets to happen between us and the earth. Our cells literally resource healing energy from the earth. And so that might sound like woo to some of you, but on a cellular level, it can truly calm you down. It can reduce inflammation. It can do a myriad of amazing things. And so try it out. Anywho, back to the breath. I get so excited, I digress, you guys. That's the first one. And then the second pattern that we're gonna do is called a hybrid active. You don't have to worry about the word, or the name of it, but essentially you're going to be breathing in through your nose again. This is gonna be more of like an intentional inhale. And then when you breathe out of the mouth, it's gonna be really relaxed and almost, passive, if that makes sense. So it's going to sound something like this. And I'd invite you to place your hands over your chest and your belly. When you're breathing, when I say breathe in, right? Breathe into your belly, breathe into your body. I don't mean breathe into your like shoulders and your ears like this, okay? I mean really see if you can push your hands out and really have the air fill your belly, fill your diaphragm. That's what's going to bring in the sense of calm in the system, okay? So breathing in through the nose, letting the belly expand, and then when you exhale, it's going to be a nice, soft, passive. Okay. Maybe you even sigh out audibly. I'll guide you through all of that. So those are our 2 breath patterns. And like I said, I'm going to remind you of that when we get into the practice here in a moment. So if you'll be guiding us, I invite you to find a comfortable position. Just taking note of the time here so I can let folks know when the breath practice actually starts. And find yourself in a comfortable position. If you are able to close your eyes and just allow your awareness to go inwards, please do. But if that's not accessible or if that doesn't feel good in your body today, you can just look ahead and kind of fall into a soft gaze on the wall, on a picture, on a tree, whatever is in front of you, okay? And I invite you to just take note of how your body is feeling in this moment. Just noticing, not judging anything, just kind of noticing what's here right now. And if it's okay to place your hands over perhaps your heart or your belly or your thighs, or even the surface beneath you. Just seeing if there's any one position that feels like a grounding anchor for you today. Any one position that feels sturdy, that can hold you as you move into this practice for cultivating inner peace. And just allowing your breath to flow in through your nose and out through your nose for this first minute here, just as we settle into the breath, moving gently and slowly into the practice. And I invite you to feel into what calmness and inner peace feels like in your body. Even if it's not accessible to feel it in this here and now moment, what does inner peace feel like to you? Perhaps it's a sense of groundedness, stability, alignment. And see as you're breathing, if you can notice where that feeling exists within your own body, or resource it from something like that sturdy chair beneath you. And just hold the intention that you're inviting in calmness, you're inviting in peace, and that you deserve to feel grounded in your experience every day. And with that, we're going to bring in the VU breath for about five patterns of it or so. So breathing in through the nose and then VUing on that exhale like this. VU. Being okay with sounding silly, knowing that you're doing something so healing for your body. Breathing in again through the nose and Continuing with that VU breath. Gonna go for another 4 rounds of that just to stimulate the calmness in our system, the vagus nerve. Feel the vibrations of it as it percolates down your body. That's it. Keeping the VU breath going. Another 3 rounds here. Beautiful. And when you've finished that 5th round, I invite you to release the VU breath. Come into a few natural breaths on your own. Settle in. Find your ground. Find that anchor that we set earlier. And when you're ready, we'll move into that hybrid breath now, breathing in with some intention through the nose on your inhale and exhaling softly, gently, passively through the mouth. Again, inhaling, letting your belly expand, your diaphragm expand with air, and then exhaling through the mouth. Letting it be gentle. It does not need to be forced. And continuing like that for another couple minutes here. Noticing if your body wants to sway gently or do any sort of movement. All is welcome here. Keeping the breath moving, letting it be continuous and gentle in your system. That's it. It is safe for you to be at peace. It is safe for you to be at peace. And if you find that there is a space in your system as you're breathing that's feeling calm, that's feeling grounded, I invite you to direct the breath to that space to see if you can expand it in your system. To see if, as if that calmness was a little bright light, and then you can breathe into it and expand it so the light grows in your body. Just try that on. Got another minute here of the breath, and then I'll invite you to release it, and we'll close out the practice together. Breathing in through the nose with intention, and then letting the exhale through the mouth be soft and gentle. Beautiful work, you guys. And in the next breath or so, I invite you to release that pattern. Come into your natural breath and just notice. Notice if you can feel any shift in your body. And just allow yourself a couple moments here to find your inner peace.
Inner peace from my center, at the center of me. Please let me feel
knowing that you are so deserving of feeling grounded and calm in your body. And that feeling, that sense of groundedness and inner peace in your system, that sets the tone for how you experience everything else in the world. Truly, truly. And so I hope you take this practice with you, integrate it into your everyday. Notice the shifts that you start to experience as you begin activating that sense of calmness from within. And if you need a reminder, I created just a few really sweet little inner peace phone backgrounds on my Instagram. You can just look and screenshot it on my stories. I'll tag OKclarity as well. But let this be a reminder to you that how you're feeling right now, this doesn't have to be a fleeting thing. This can be something that you experience every day. And I hope that you do. That is my wish for all of us. That is my wish for everybody in the world. So thank you for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful and peaceful rest of your day, a beautiful, joyous, and peaceful Sukkot, and I will see you on our next training. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.